Alright, so I'm going to be a little bit quiet because it's 3 a.m. at the time of recording this and I'm also a little bit sick. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank you guys so much for helping us reach 1,000 subscribers and helping us become YouTube partners finally. The love and support we've been receiving has meant a lot to us here in the CTL team. Second, we typically upload full match videos only on weekdays, but now that we're YouTube partners, I think it's high time to start doing some experimenting with the scheduling. I want to see how well videos will do if uploaded on the weekends. Also, monthly Tetris isn't uploading anything right now, so I'm trying to take advantage of that. Oh, and also Mel lost to 3-2, so there's that.
Let's get counted down for the CTL Division 1 Saturday Showdown featuring Myles the Great and Gerald Freeman in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left, he is your TikTok star with a PB of 89,000. After rolling the score over twice. Yeah, that's right, 3.2 for Myles, current PB. Rolling out of the United States and doing much the same thing, Gerald. A little better. He got the A after rolling it over twice. That's a 4.2. Scores that you will not see today due to the level 39 super kill screen. But certainly impressive feats all around as Myles yet to burn a line. Let's get another Tetris there. Hold on to a 42,000 point lead to get things started. Good adjustment for Gerald there to not burn, seeing the long bar coming. And he'll score another Tetris, but that is 5 in a row for Myles. Tetris rate of 100%. But complications starting and a T-spin will be required. They will still score a Tetris. Gerald getting into a little bit of a traffic jam. We'll open up that right side though, gets the long bar, bang, Tetris. Another Tetris for Myles, holding on to a 39,000 point lead, but kind of an interesting looking board here. That's going to slow Myles down a bit. If Gerald's able to get out of this, he'll be able to capitalize. He'll score a Tetris there as a 21-piece drought comes in. Didn't really affect the players too much. Neither of them were in scoring position, but still can be a little difficult to play without that long bar for an extended period of time. Myles going aggressive with a dirty column 7 setup. Gonna take the skim. Has to skim a couple more lines away. Where's this long bar? Because we've got a big drought coming and he's just shaking his head at this RNG right now. Oh, I think he wanted a spin tuck there and didn't get it. But this drought is still going on. 36 pieces. Makes me wonder if Gerald's on the same RNG here. I did not see a drought get that high for him, but the first drought was the same. Guess I was just more enthralled with Myles' board. Here comes the drought now. 19, 20 pieces for Gerald. And 20 is all it takes as Myles will score a dirty Tetris. Gerald getting a Tetris on top of that 38,000 point lead. We're a little more than halfway through level 18. Drought counter coming on again. Gerald is quite high up on the board. But we'll get that long bar. Scores the Tetris. Myles will do the same in a moment. There it is. We are approaching 100 lines. Gerald holding on to a bit of a lead here. It's about 56,000 points. Couldn't figure out what to do with that S. Flipped it a few times. Bang Tetris for Myles. Check scores at 100 lines here to see how close this game truly is. Another drought coming in. And this is at a bad time for Myles. Myles is pretty high up on the board and has a long bar dependency over on the left. It is a 36,000 point lead at the turn. Tetris for Gerald. Gerald is going to take further control of this match. 75,000 points now. As Myles, all he can do is burn this down. Oh, we're doing Qs now. Okay, that's cute. Tetris for Gerald. Yeah, only 2 matches today. We were going to have 3, but one of the competitors couldn't make it. So they will play their all-important match to try to avoid relegation another time. That being O and Sodium. Oh, another drought coming in at the worst time. Gerald's board looks like Swiss cheese in some spots. He can still get a Tetris here, and he will. Tetris into transition at 5-11. One more line will do it for Myles, who's probably going to have to resolve a double well dependency. 434 will be his transition score. So here we go, off and running. Level 19. Gerald has worked this all the way down to the bottom, but Myles has cut into the lead a little bit. 42,000 points. Setting up that Vitz. Getting it done. Was probably waiting for a key tuck there, but never got the J piece. Another drought coming in. Both players playing piece for piece at the moment. So they're experiencing the drought at the same time. Myles having to plug the well at an uncomfortable height. Bang Tetris for Gerald. Myles does get it open. Misdrop of his S there. Can't get a piece over the left. Gets a long bar over. Bang Tetris. And now Myles is in a critical dig. Those long bars have, for now, saved the game for Myles, but if Gerald's able to take advantage of this, he could get a large lead. Oh, misdrops for Gerald now. Gerald pretty high up. Should be able to open up the right side, but needs to get a long bar over. Might be thinking about trying to take some of this off the top, but both players in a precarious spot for a moment, but they have both brought it down. Certainly a bit of a suffer 19 for both players. Bang Tetris for Gerald. He'll recover first, and he's got a 69,000 point lead. 681 to 612 in level 25. Myles finally working on bringing this down. Take that triple, and that square gets the L over, and Myles is finally hole free. Bang Tetris for Gerald to move the lead to 143,000 points. He was able to take advantage, maybe not as much as he would want to, but still a 6-digit lead. Pretty good going into level 29, which is right around the corner. Bang Tetris for Myles to go to 712. Tetris for Gerald to go to 855. That is a big difference. Another Tetris for Gerald as next Tetris puts us into level 29. There it is, 751 for Myles. And Tetris, 929 for Gerald, so 170,000 point lead at the level 29 transition. Myles needs a long bar. And he opens the well just as the long bar shows up. Kind of the opposite of what you're used to in Tetris. Cuts a lead 109,000. Gerald just playing to survive at the moment. A couple of misdrops from Myles. Certainly something that he'll be able to clean up if he can get a 5-tap to the left. And doesn't get it. He's going to top out at 8:59. So Gerald's going to take game number 1. We'll give him that heart. And he gets a max. 1.02. GG's. And we'll count him down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. If Gerald can win one more game in this set, then Eyeball will have clinched a playoff spot. And if he wins 3 games, well, he gets 1 too. Both him and Eyeball were on an equal number of points coming into the game. But because Eyeball had defeated Myles, once all the tiebreakers are said and done, that actually would come down to a tiebreaker if Myles and Eyeball were to land on equal points. They would also have equal games and equal matches. So Myles' opportunities to get a playoff spot coming down to his last 2 sets. Tetris from Myles. He's got the lead right now, 19,000 points. And Gerald gonna have to cover the well there. That was looking a little awkward with nothing to fill out the left side. And now he's got an L and nowhere to put it. So we have a long bar dependency in the middle of the stack, but he gets a long bar fairly quickly. Bang Tetris for Gerald, and kind of a mirror of last game. Myles in the lead, about 59,000 points. Nice fits there for Gerald. Clever burn there from Myles. Placing that T to the right. Bang Tetris, Gerald. Setting up some tucks here. Gets the spin done. But needs a long bar, and finally we'll pick up the long bar. Bang Tetris. Another one coming in a couple lines. There it is. And Myles, 276. Gerald, 218. 57,000 point game here on level 18 as we're approaching the halfway point. And Myles will score the Tetris. Gerald will follow suit, or equal on lines. So it's about a 2.5 Tetris lead. Interesting series of flips there from Myles. Not sure if that's what he intended, but that'll be a 1 burn clear. So he is back into good standing, but now the drought's hit. Where is the long bar? Have him take a triple, and then we'll hit the long bar shortly thereafter. Same for Gerald. Bang Tetris. 353 from Myles, 298 for Gerald. Oh, Myles with a misdrop of a square. He's like, what? Definitely didn't expect that, but might be able to turn this into something. No, not with these pieces. Desperately needs a long bar. Gets it. And Myles. Oh, that square, though. It's going to extend the dig a little bit, but not before he can open up the right side and score another Tetris. He's trying to hold on to his lead after that misdrop, but it is down to 19,000 points. We're approaching the turn. Myles not happy with this at all. But this drought could be a problem if Gerald can't fill in his board. He finally does, so he's going to be able to burn a few lines here. This drought is exactly what Myles needs because he can't score. And bang Tetris for Gerald, and we have a 380-point game. Gerald with a pace lead at the moment will score a Tetris. And Gerald has taken the lead here in game number 2. Bang Tetris for Gerald. Tetris for Myles. Another Tetris for Gerald. Myles keeping pace, now back at the bottom of his board. Level 19 coming up shortly in about 4 Tetrises. Another Tetris for Gerald. There's one for Myles. Gerald with less than a Tetris lead. Bang Tetris. Myles will get one as well. Oh, Gerald's board, a little complex here. This could give Myles the opportunity to take the lead before transition. Gerald will not be able to score a Tetris with this board. Yeah, 550,000 points for Gerald. Gets a Tetris immediately into 19, but 567 for Myles. He's got the lead back. Or at least the pace lead. Real-time leads with Gerald at the moment, but we'll see how things go. As we know, these leads can go back and forth as players score. Level 20. Players built up. A little bit of a misdrop there from Myles. He's had a couple uncharacteristic misdrops this game. Missing some taps, but he's been able to recover and keep this game close. Long bar dependency forming from Myles. He's just going to turn it into the Tetris well. So, column 6, Bang Tetris, party down the middle for Myles. Let's go. Selling a plot of land on Antarctica. I'll pass. Bang Tetris for Myles. 25,000 point lead for Gerald. As Gerald has been keeping it together here on 19. Another Tetris for Gerald, and it is a 1 Tetris lead. Pretty close, all things considered. But another drought coming in very quickly. Gets resolved. Tetris for both players. This one much closer than the last game. Oh, bit of an issue here for Gerald. Especially with this drought coming in. Myles also getting up really high. Myles has to burn. Myles in trouble. Myles scoring that triple. That might just save him there. Oh my god. Long bar dependency this high up is not going to matter. Look at that drought. How far does it go? 49-piece drought is going to kill Myles, and Gerald will take game number 2. Has to reverse sweep to stay alive. And even then, it's an outside shot. Let's find out in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So if Myles wins, he'll go to 17 points. Gerald will stay at 22. And then he still has to play Portal. Ideally, he wins that 3-0. Even then, that doesn't guarantee he can pass Eyeball. He would need to stay ahead of Gerald. And Gerald would then be under pressure to beat Eyeball. But it's a very long shot for Myles right now. And it has to start with this game number 3. Which he's currently leading, but only by 380 points. Eyeball could 3-1. Actually, no. Oh. Yeah, Eyeball could 3-1. That would be fine. Complex board for Myles here. Needs a long bar, and we're in the middle of a 30-piece drought. Bang Tetris for Myles to keep the game alive. And he's looking to remain aggressive here on the brink of elimination. Bang Tetris again. And he is not done. Myles is all in. Bang Tetris. And finally he says, enough's enough. At least in column 3, he's going to column 1. There's the long bar. Bang Tetris. Myles, dirty. A, F. He's got the right side back open, and we'll get the long bar over for the Tetris. Gerald just calmly playing a normal board over here. He'll score a Tetris. He's got the pace lead by half a Tetris right now. Ooh, interesting call on the T there. Bang Tetris for Myles. There's the Tetris for Gerald. Yeah, very aggressive play out of Myles there. That was fun to watch. Bang Tetris, Gerald. Still not really in the pace lead at this point. I think Myles has it. So Myles will score another Tetris with 9 lines of difference. Kind of hard to tell. But Gerald will score a Tetris to at least keep pace with Myles. So Myles will open up the right side. Gerald will use the long bar for an Aki bar. And we'll score a Tetris. 5 and below there for Myles. And another Tetris. 301 for Myles. 267 for Gerald. Halfway through level 18. A little more if you're Myles. Bang Tetris for Gerald. Yeah, Myles with a 13-line lead right now. Bang Tetris for Gerald. This is still a close game. Another Tetris for Gerald, but Myles will strike back. Myles having a bit of a coughing fit this set. Ooh, couldn't get the long bar all the way over, so that'll create a long bar dependency. The adjustment was necessary to allow that square a better home. But Myles getting the long bars he needs. We'll score a Tetris there. Gerald, clear that line, and bang Tetris. Very small pace lead for Myles. Not even a triple's worth of points. Bang Tetris goes to 440,000. Gerald 391. Gerald will score a Tetris. Long bar dependency here for Gerald right before the turn. Bang Tetris for Myles. Gerald clearing that dependency will score a Tetris. 509 for Myles here at 112 lines, threatening that 600,000 point transition. Also threatening to cough up a lung, but that's something else. Also, that L placement was so good. Bang Tetris for Gerald. Placing that L pointy side down allowed that Z to come in and make an easy clear. Just little things like that. It's usually what separates these higher level players. Bang Tetris for both players as we're at transition for Myles. He needs one more line. He's going to try to use a Tetris to transition. That would be the 600,000 transition. Unfortunately, not going to happen. 582 will be the transition score for Myles. Gerald can actually beat that here. He'll score a Tetris to go to 576. And just needs the long bar. There it is. Bang Tetris. That's a 600,000 transition for Gerald. And we'll have the lead at 130 lines. Myles is at 140 lines. And in a bit of a spot here. Not getting very good pieces. Missing another 5-tap to the left. Needs to hit this one, and he does. Myles is still alive. Good tuck there. Set up for a long bar. No, work on stack maintenance instead. Does get the long bar for the Tetris. Myles doing everything he can to keep this right side open. This is neck and neck in real-time score. Oh, bad time for a drought. Bang Tetris from Myles. He'll get another one. So even though Myles has the lead at the moment, the pace lead belongs to Gerald. If Gerald can keep scoring, he can keep a lead. telling me there's still codes to claim? Oh my god. Get a code, guys. Gerald, pretty high up here. Needs some help. All right, his board is under control. And he'll get the long bar. Bang, Tetris. Another Tetris for Myles. 809 for Myles. 788 for Gerald. There's still 10 lines of difference in favor of Gerald. He can score more points. I think I saw a code get claimed there. Thank you very much. Oh, that square doesn't make it over. Myles will score a Tetris, but now it's in cleanup. He's got 906 at level 26. That'll actually be good enough for the lead, as Gerald has not been able to score as much in recent lines. So this is going to come down to probably to kill screen once again. So fasten your seatbelts. Bang, Tetris for Gerald. Another Tetris for Myles. Bang, Tetris for Gerald. Where's the long bar for Myles? There it is. There's the max, 1.01. Gerald still not on 28 yet. Bang, Tetris. Making room for that L. Another Tetris. That's a 1.08 into the kill screen for Myles. He has the lead. And anything can happen here on 29. Bang, Tetris for Gerald. He's still got one more. And he'll max out into the kill screen. 1.1 for Myles. 1.02 for Gerald. Center well set up for Myles here. Bang, Tetris. 1.14. Gerald can't quite set up yet. Bit of an overshift for Gerald. But he will get that right side open just for a triple. Myles with a 110,000 point lead. 103,000 point lead. But he's got a complex board, and I don't think Myles is going to score any more points. That's going to be a top out. 1,168,000 for Myles. Gerald, you need 1.169. You know. Gerald in a bit of trouble here. Drought forming. We'll get the long bar. Oh. Still 35,000 points to go, but he is not low on the board. That 5-tap. He has almost got this. He needs another 20,000 points. Level really is inconsequential because this will happen before 39, even with a line out. This is so dangerous. And there it is, Gerald Freeman with the sweep. We'll take it in 3. And that will officially eliminate Myles and give both Gerald and Eyeball the top 2 playoff spots. So there you go. Here's your winner, Gerald. And the baguette pillow. GG's. Up next, we'll have Blue Scuddy to see if he can get his long shot going against me. Stay tuned. Also, before I flick on this ad real quick, I did want to give thanks to the recent contributors. Zempro with a $20.10 contribution to bring us to $169.99. Hey now. And we also have the coupon codes redeemed from Scato Bozo. Thank you very much. Did we get one from Mountain too? Or was that a previous stream? Either way. Thank you, Mountain Dew. Alright, let's see if we've got our players ready to go. I guess I need to bump these guys out, don't I? Looks like a very frustrating game and hard to play when frustrated. Yeah, it definitely did seem like there was some frustration building on Myles' side, especially we did see a whole bunch of misdrops there. And, you know, that never is a good thing. Blue and Meme currently setting up. Of course, that last one ended a little earlier than they'd had hoped, I'm sure. This match scheduled to start at 4:30 Pacific time anyway. It's not quite that yet. Yeah, Myles and Gerald, thank you both very much for playing today. Pleasure having you. Both players still have one more game left. But in Gerald's case, it's just for seeding against Eyeball, and in Myles' case, he is not in danger of relegation, so should be no issues for him there. And as soon as I get this second camera set up, we'll be good to go.